Imagine a world where power isn't held by politicians or CEOs, but by families operating in the shadows. In Ireland, these families have built empires not through legitimate means, but through crime, corruption, and fear. Their wealth rivals that of Fortune 500 companies, yet their businesses are built on illicit activities. In this countdown, we reveal the top 5 Irish criminal families, their rise to power, the criminal empires they built, and how they managed to evade justice for so long. From Dublin's gritty streets to international drug trafficking networks, these families have left a mark on Ireland's history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more. Number 5. The Kinahan Cartel. Net worth estimated at €1 billion. Founded by Christy Kinahan in the 1990s, the Kinahan Cartel started as a small-time street gang in Dublin. Christy, a failed student and early fraudster, entered the drug trade in 1986 after a major heroin seizure. Despite a 6-year prison sentence, he spent time self-educating, learning languages, and creating international connections that would later help build his €1 billion criminal empire. The cartel expanded across Europe, engaging in large-scale drug trafficking and sophisticated money laundering schemes involving real estate, commodities, and shell companies. They maintained communication with key associates from prison via smuggled mobile phones and computers, showcasing their technological savvy. The Kinahans maintained a network of alliances with international criminal organizations, including the Sinaloa Cartel and Hezbollah. Their operations spanned Ireland, the UK, Spain, and the UAE, with Dubai serving as a hub for their illicit activities. Despite international efforts, the Kinahans managed to evade capture for years. In 2022, the U.S. Department of State offered a $5 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Christy Kinahan and his sons, Daniel and Christopher Jr. Despite sanctions and asset freezes, the Kinahans remain at large, reportedly operating from Dubai. Number 4. The Hutch Gang. Net worth estimated at €20 million. The Hutch Gang, led by Jerry the Monk Hutch, has been a significant player in Dublin's criminal landscape since the 1980s. Initially involved in armed robberies and smuggling, the gang expanded into drug trafficking and money laundering over the decades. The Hutch Gang's criminal activities include arms trafficking, armed robberies, cigarette smuggling, alcohol smuggling, gasoline smuggling, extortion, murder, and money laundering. They have operated in Ireland, Spain, and the United Kingdom, amassing assets estimated to be as high as €20 million. The gang has maintained a stronghold in Dublin, with connections to other criminal organizations, including the Kinkalopi Gang and the McCarthy-Dundon Gang. Their operations have been marked by violence and intimidation, ensuring their dominance in the region. The Hutch Gang's activities have led to numerous arrests and convictions. Despite this, they continue to operate in the shadows, with Jerry Hutch himself narrowly missing out on a seat in Dublin's Parliament in 2024. Number 3. The Byrne Gang. Net worth estimated at €50 million. The Byrne Gang, led by Liam Byrne, is a Dublin-based criminal organization with deep ties to the Kinahan Cartel. Liam Byrne, a trusted member of the Kinahan organized crime gang, was arrested in Spain on firearms offenses in 2023. The Byrne Gang is involved in drug distribution, firearms offenses, and organized crime activities. Their operations are closely linked to the Kinahan Cartel, with Liam Byrne serving as a key figure in the cartel's Irish operations. The gang's association with the Kinahan Cartel provides them with significant protection and resources. Despite law enforcement efforts, the Byrne Gang continues to operate, with Liam Byrne's arrest in Spain highlighting the ongoing international reach of their activities. Liam Byrne's arrest in Spain marked a significant development in attempts to dismantle the Kinahan organized crime group. However, the gang's operations persist, with Byrne's release from UK custody in 2025 indicating ongoing challenges in curbing their activities. Number 2. The McCarthy-Dundon Gang. Net worth estimated at €100 million. The McCarthy-Dundon Gang, based in Limerick City, has been a dominant force in Ireland's criminal underworld since the 2000s. Founded by James McCarthy and Dessie Dundon, the gang has been involved in drug dealing, extortion, and armed robbery. The gang's criminal activities include drug trafficking, extortion, and armed robbery. They have been central players in the Limerick feud, which has claimed up to 13 lives. The feud involves several criminal families, mainly the McCarthy-Dundons, the Ryans, and the Kincalope gang from St. Mary's Park. The McCarthy-Dundon gang has maintained a strong presence in Limerick, with control over significant portions of the city's drug trade. Their operations have been marked by violence and intimidation, ensuring their dominance in the region. The gang's activities have led to numerous arrests and convictions. Despite this, they continue to operate in the shadows, with new leadership emerging to continue their operations. Number 1. The Kincalope Gang. Net worth estimated at €200 million. The Kincalope Gang, based in St. Mary's Park, Limerick, is one of Ireland's most notorious criminal organizations. Their criminal activities date back to the 1990s, with involvement in drug trafficking, extortion, and armed robbery. The gang's criminal activities include drug trafficking, extortion, and armed robbery. They have been central players in the Limerick feud, which has claimed up to 20 lives. The feud involves several criminal families, mainly the Kincalope gang and the McCarthy-Dundon gang. The Kincalope gang has maintained a strong presence in Limerick, with control over significant portions of the city's drug trade. Their operations have been marked by violence and intimidation, ensuring their dominance in the region. The gang's activities have led to numerous arrests and convictions. Despite this, they continue to operate in the shadows, with new leadership emerging to continue their operations. Throughout this countdown, we've uncovered the criminal empires of 5 notorious Irish families, each with their own unique rise to power, and the shocking ways in which they used fear, corruption, and manipulation to stay untouchable. From the Kinahan cartel, which dominated drug trafficking across continents, to the Limbeed family's empire of arms smuggling and human trafficking, these families didn't just break laws. They built dynasties on the ruins of the lives they destroyed. While each of these criminal empires faced setbacks and downfalls, the story doesn't end with their arrests. Many of these families continue to wield significant influence, and their legacy lives on either through their ongoing operations or through the remnants of their illicit networks. The damage they've caused isn't just measured in money, it's measured in the lives ruined, the justice denied, and the systems that allowed them to thrive for as long as they did. These families weren't just criminals, they were shadows, operating behind the scenes of powerful institutions. And their stories reveal a deeper truth, a shadow economy that, despite law enforcement efforts, continues to thrive, making it harder for regular people to break free from their grip. The intersection of politics, business, and crime creates a perfect storm for corruption, and these families used it to their advantage for decades. As these cases unravel, they leave behind questions that remain unanswered. How much power can these families retain even when their leaders are captured? How far-reaching are the scars they've left on society? And perhaps most importantly, how can we dismantle the systems that allowed them to grow so powerful in the first place? While many of these dynasties have crumbled, their dark legacies still shape Ireland's criminal landscape. But one thing is certain, their stories continue to remind us of the dangers of unchecked corporate power and the devastating impact of greed on society. The battle between corporate empires and governments isn't over, it's ongoing, and we must keep shining a light on these shadows before they grow too large to combat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more investigative stories on corporate crime dynasties. Hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest exposés as we continue uncovering the truth behind the world's most powerful families and their dark secrets.